What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we are, I guess, addressing Drifter D's part 2 video. Anyways, let's get started. So, before I get started, in case you guys are wondering why I always have 3 supers here, it's because I don't want you guys staring at a blank wall as I talk. I find, it might be a bit convenient to have some stuff to look at, just, not a blank background, but anyways. I think one of the first things you mentioned, or you showed, was, I think, 2 clips of both mine and your videos, and you're saying they were similar. They were card creasing and dropping the cards, I believe. Now, I'm not sure what you were trying to imply. You didn't really say, again, fairly, you didn't accuse me of anything, but I'm not sure what you're trying to imply, because card creasing and dropping cards are literally the 2 biggest problems for a Hot Wheels collector. So I don't see how you would have expected me not to have included that in my video. I mean, again, I did not watch your video. It was a coincidence that our 2 videos ended up being similar, and the topic was the same. But I don't. They're 2 very common points, bud. So if you're trying to imply that I copied you, I didn't. And yeah, they're 2 very common points. So no, I didn't steal your ideas or whatever. Secondly, you point out that the thumbnails were similar. I'm going to go ahead and point out that I didn't actually make that thumbnail. YouTube chose that one for me. And to prove that, I'm going to use my YouTube Studio right here. I'm going to show you a screenshot. And you'll see, I think, 3 thumbnails you can go with. And if you have YouTube or have a channel, you'll know that these 3 thumbnails you cannot input yourself. These are chosen by YouTube, and you select one of these 3 to put into your video. If you want to make your own thumbnail, you have to press the add button or the change, whatever, and then you can input your own thumbnail, your custom thumbnail, which is what Drifter D did. So, I'm going to input that now. Hopefully you saw that on the top left of those little squares. And yeah, so no, I did not copy your thumbnail, if that's what you're saying. That's proof I didn't copy your thumbnail, because again, I did not watch your video. Yeah, so there's your screenshot, and, you know what, I watched your video, obviously, and I appreciate the fact that you apologized for not reaching out in advance, because, again, this whole thing could have been avoided if you did, and I appreciate the apology, but then, kind of looking back on it, I'm pretty confused. I'm not sure if you're trying to use it as a moral high ground or something, or just to make yourself look like a nice guy, because directly after you apologized, you went on to rant, and to literally, what's it called? Literally insult me and make fun of me for the next 2 to 3 minutes, saying something about my voice. I'm not sure what education you got, implying I got none or poor education. So, I'm not sure what you're trying to do there, but, I think it's worth to point out. And I find it very hypocritical, because you say that, whatever, stealing ideas is wrong, which, again, for the 3rd, 4th, or 5th time, I did not do. You say it's, stealing ideas is wrong, and then you proceed to change your channel name to Diecast Kid, and not only to change your channel name to Diecast Kid, but to keep it like that even after I said I'm not going to change mine to Drifter D because I'm not that immature. But anyways, moving along, you pointed out skits, how my channel mainly revolves around peg hunting, unboxing, and there were 2 or 3 random skits in there. And, yeah, that is true, but I'm also confused with this, because you do realize that I make content for people to see. I make content that people like to, people find entertaining. And skits is something I decided to do, I thought of one day to do. I did 1, it became really popular, people liked it, so I did a couple more. So I'm not sure what you were trying to imply there, because people try new things on their channel all the time. And, if you think skits is something that only you can think of, that only you can do, it's very wrong. Many people can think of it, and, I did. So, and the comment, which, to be honest, is probably what about, I'd say a good chunk of your video, I'd say half of your video revolved around the comment with the copyright. Now, looking back on it, I will say that it was more geared toward, it happened more so because of emotion. Because, see, the thing is, when you're innocently scrolling through a video, you haven't, again, been reached out to, you haven't been warned at all, and you see the thumbnail of your most successful video in the thumbnail of another video, saying how 2 million views got stolen from me, it gets you a bit antsy, if you know what I mean. It gets you a bit triggered, a little bit, you know, hyped up. And obviously when people get hyped up, they maybe say things they don't mean or say things in a way they don't mean. I'll say copyright was a bit over the top, maybe not how I should have put it. What I meant to say, well, first of all, what I should have said was it was a coincidence. And what I meant to say was that it wasn't a unique idea. It wasn't like, quote unquote, your idea. And literally, I thought of it myself and made it. So that's what I should have said. I apologize for that. Copyright, again, was a bit over the top. But emotions got the best of me, and I'm sure that's something we can all relate to. Yeah, so, I don't know. I still find it very immature of you, once again, to change your channel name to mine. And very hypocritical. I just like to repeat that again, because I find it pretty ridiculous. But anyways, guys, that's all I have to say. 3 minutes, 42 seconds, or closing in 4 minutes, short little video. And, yeah, happy hunting. Adding on, sorry to keep you guys waiting, I said 3 minutes, 42 seconds, 4 minutes, I kinda meant 6 minutes, so I apologize for that. Yeah, read the timer wrong. But anyways, I'd also like to add one more point, because I'm not entirely sure what the whole point of, you know, not sure what the whole point of Drifter D's video was, but if he's trying to imply that I should have gave him credit if I actually copied his idea or whatever, I'd like to point out that that literally takes 5 to 10 seconds of my time, and something I do not mind doing if I indeed actually used his idea or stole his idea or whatever. But the thing is, I didn't. And if I did, again, I'd have no problem doing that. So, Drifter, like, I'm not sure what you're trying to imply. I wasn't sure what you're trying to do with the video. But I think, again, for a third time repeating, it's worth mentioning that would have only taken 5 to 10 seconds. So, yeah, now, thank you all so much for watching, and happy hunting.